One. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Adventure Corp. Uh, Obviously, things are a bit different today. As some of you may know, we are not in Dan's basement because there's some construction.
Problems
There's
that
some
we don't want to
problems.
disclose to the internet, Isaac.
Some problems getting dealt with there. So we're online, and we've also got a special guest. Chlorine is joining us.
Hello.
Chlorine, you don't stream, do you?
No, I don't.
No. Okay. So there's no plug for Chlorine to do here. But obviously we're Adventure Corp. Twitch is the best place to watch us if you want to watch us live. If you can't catch us live, YouTube is the place to get the video, and anywhere you get podcasts is where you can find us if you need us on the drive or something else that doesn't involve video. And of course, get on the Discord so you can share with us. So we're doing a one-shot today, folks. We are going to be playing with Alex, Runa, and Chlorine, and instead of whipping up characters like normal, they each have been given a monster stat block. If you guys want to introduce your characters. Right here? You're not. No, the catch is just the edge of the door. No, you're just peeking. Yeah. Sorry about that. My girlfriend, everybody. Runa, if you could introduce your character.
Right.
Oh god, I have to go first? I'm literally the one without a description.
Do you want to go last?
Yeah.
Chlorine, if you could introduce your character.
My name is Trudy. I'm in charge of the warehouse in the company. I'm a quaggoth on it. I'm really passionate about wearing braces so my carpal tunnel doesn't get worse.
And like she means like physical braces, not would you have teeth braces too? That would
Probably
be part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have braces, all the braces.
Oh my god, you're the intern with carpal tunnel. Alex, if you could describe your character.
I am Billiam. I am a belay, which, if you don't know, is a giant, monstrous, steel-plated, tunneling behemoth. And I consider myself an artist.
Artist.
Runa, you're up.
So I'm I'm Blip. You don't know my name. You won't know my name. I'm a doppelganger.
Okay.
I'm a doppelganger that always looks like someone else, never looks like herself. So she'll look like Jennifer Coolidge, or she'll look like William, or she'll look like someone big and famous in the world. She'll never just be herself. So like the description part, kind of pointless. kind of you just gotta live with it. I'm just gonna be whoever you could call me. What's a good nickname?
I think Stacy was the one that you.
Stacy's the nickname. Yeah.
Right. Well, that brings us to me. I'll be playing everybody else in this little skit. So we're going to be doing 3 episodes of this by the sounds of it. We're going to lose Alex this week, and we're going to get Dan for the next 2, because you're gone for 2 weeks, right, Alex? Yes?
Yep.
Okay. So that's how that's going to go in the long term. For now, you all find yourself, underneath a wizard's tower. It's a ways away from the nearest settlement or anything that could come and bother you ordinarily. And this wizard tower has been inherited by a number of wizards over the years, but there hasn't been one who's taken up residence here for quite some time at this point. The only ones working here who would still remember the last wizard would be Dana, the CEO, and Kenny, head of HR. Dana, of course, being a gynosphinx, and Kenny being a hydra.
Clear.
So this place has laid abandoned as far as wizards are concerned for a number of years, and the monsters that were left behind had to find their own way to cope. The hunting's not great around here, and most of you are intelligent enough, born of experimentation and the kind of leftover magic that was wrought here, that you have greater desires than your average monster. So you've started up a bit of a business here. Alex, you were brought on as procurement when you were found. So you delve into the depths in the Great Chasm, a big hole underneath here, that you go digging for ores, artifacts, items of interest
For
that
fun.
get taken to manufacturing to turn into things that can be sold, things that can be tossed in the treasure room, because you do occasionally have adventurers coming through to clear out this area on rare occasions, much to the annoyance of everyone involved. Chlorine, you are in charge of the warehouse. Now, the warehouse is a little bit unfriendly. Bunches of living flesh that wrap across this.
What? Living flesh?
Yeah. No, the whole layer has like living flesh wrapping throughout it, making up parts of the walls and stuff like that.
Oh god.
Not ideal.
This is why I need the braces.
Yeah, this is why I fucking need the braces.
A little bit caustic, a little like some of the stomach acid kind of seeps out from time to
What?
time. Every once in a while, pieces will have teeth. So your ability to use some magic comes in handy for navigating the warehouse.
You're talking about this place like it's a regular place, and it is inside just a human. It is just a fleshy.
What if
is it
they're
a
all
mimic?
really small? What is inside a person?
Yeah.
You
What?
guys ever
So
seen
we-
Osmosis Jones?
Are we magic? Are we magic busing this shit? Like,
No, this was the experiment of the original wizard who lived here that made this like living layer underneath his tower that you guys got either moved into, born into, or hired into. And Runa, you are the one in charge of communications. This originally was meant to be a like magical focus for the wizard. Dana has set it up to be a like amped up version of the sending spell that allows you to communicate with different groups that you've met. The main ones you guys have been dealing with right now are the Drow. You've dealt with some giants and some Fomorians in the past. But yeah, the Drow have been your main clientele recently, so you're the one in charge of getting in touch with them, which makes it convenient that you're able to shift your form to something that is pleasing and inoffensive to whoever you're dealing with.
okay, I currently look like Justin Bieber if he were a drow.
Midnight
Oh, just
black
Justin
skin,
Bieber?
silver hair, cut short and swooping off to the side.
With a backwards cap.
A backwards cap. I love it. So today is
Justin Bieber.
No, and it's actually Justin Bieber.
You don't sound anything like him.
That's
I
kind
think
of
it's pretty good.
That's well.
He's
That's
more of a
just how it is.
baritone.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
So today you guys are having a big meeting in the only places that are big enough for it is procurement and the warehouse. And like I said, the warehouse is a little hostile. So everyone is going to be meeting this evening for a big like town hall style, like all hands on deck meeting that Dana is going to be doing. Warehouse is going to be expected to deliver the inventory report. Like everybody's going to have to give a report on their duties and how it's been going over the last 2 weeks. This is your bi-monthly meeting. So you guys have that to look forward to this evening.
I could be digging instead.
You could be doing it instead. I'll give you guys the opportunity if there's anything your characters want to like role play or establish now before this meeting. You guys have a day to like go and chat with each other, like establish anything you want to, or we can cut to this meeting.
Chlorine, you are the warehouse?
Yes.
And Ronald, what do you do around here again? Do you do anything?
Huh?
Do you do anything around here?
I talk to people and I confirm our clients. Your job would be useless if I didn't sell it.
Sure, yeah, okay.
And I don't think
So
you told
no.
us what you're passionate about.
No.
What is it that you would?
Yeah, what do you really like?
Well, in my downtime, I prefer digging, fault adjacent tunneling. But sometimes the job calls for more fault converging, which has its own share of difficulties when the fault lines shift. The arch can tighten. You have to be careful how you approach the face.
I could, in my head, see you reading ChatGPT.
What do you mean? I, Alex, am an expert in tunneling and would not need any assistance.
William, have you ever heard about fracking?
I don't care
Up
for
on
it.
fracking.
Yeah, I don't care for it at all. Oil's a dirty business.
Hmm?
The land of my own heart.
Well, I'm just gonna get back to it if there's nothing else.
Okay. Well, doors open.
Just like rocks hanging off the walls.
One of the little Kruthiks come over and is like sealing up the hole you made in the ground, and you just hear a voice come through that does not fit this like tiny little creature at all. I don't need to stop making new holes.
I just dig away faster. Plausible deniability, I didn't hear them.
And whenever any of the Kruthiks talk, there's a humming that comes over from Sales as all of them speak in unison. So there's the one in front of you that'll be talking, and then you just hear it like echoing down from Sales moments later.
I hate it.
Right, does anybody have any other scenes they want to jump to before the big meeting? Chat. So let's gather everybody over to procurement so they can gather around the great chasm.
I've carved everyone little chairs out of rock.
Love it.
Everyone has their little title emblazoned on it, so they know where they have to sit.
Okay. We'll just bring my board over. Okay. Mildred and grab excuse me, and last but not least, Dana. Okay. Right. So with everyone gathered here, Dana would take up her position over the great lake of stomach acid, and would look over you all gathered, everybody keeping kind of a wide berth from the great chasm, given that it is not safe to fall into. It is just the Boulay who can dig their way back up. As yeah, you guys give this kind of a wide berth. Boat comes in, the mimic in his like true unadulterated form, just a squirming mass of shifting tentacles, instead of the usual giant golden anchor that he likes to pretend to be.
I look exactly like our boss.
Hold up. Can do. All right. Yeah, the second Dana sits beside Mildred. Mildred, for her part, is like really focused on something in her hand, and she's got this huge palm, so nobody can see what it is, but it's got the entirety of her attention. As Dana is going to. All right, everybody, your attention, please. Stacy.
Yeah.
Can I have
I
you,
just-
Stacy?
You're just so beautiful.
Stacy, why are you in Dana's chair?
All right.
I'm in my chair.
Stacy, I'm going to be recommending you a meeting with Kenny after this meeting to talk about
Okay.
workplace harassment.
Smiles.
You see all 5 of the little Hydra heads like nod one after the other. One of them like flips open a little book with its mouth, and you see one of them holding a pen, like penning in the appointment.
Can I cut? Can I do the office cut?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you want to do a cutaway, Cam? Go for it.
I knew she'd do this. I have a big fat crush on Kenny.
To Stacy still in Dana's body, and it's not till they start talking that you realize who's being interviewed. And the background for this is an actual office, like with empty cubicles. You've absolutely crushed like an office chair here with Dana's form. As the camera has like widened and zoomed out to catch you all in this. As we cut back to the scene with everybody else here, Dana. Right, I wanted to get a few reports from everybody and find out where we're at. It's looking like a bad week so far. So, let's start off with security. As Mr. Silver comes forward, the phase spider flicking out of existence and then flickering back in existence so that he's a little closer to Dana here and up front. Well, so far security's good. Definitely some scouts out there. Don't know if they found us. Don't know for sure, but the illusion should be ready, probably. I would expect we're going to get some visitors pretty soon here. I would expect it, yeah. As he moves back out of the way, and you can see
Slap
everybody...
my tail on the ground a little bit. As like a clap.
Okay. As Kenny, like a bunch of teeth start chittering together for his little claps, as there's like 5 sets of teeth like clacking together.
Can I grow 5 pairs of arms and just do a lot of claps?
Yeah, you can if you want. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mildred looks up from her hand and like slaps her knee a couple of times, not knowing what's going on at all. Dana looks over. Kenny, is there anything to report around morale? No, nothing too special. Everything's going just fine so far. Everything's great. Yeah. Big smile on all 5 faces. Right. Well, next
Insight
thing...
check. Do I believe Kenny?
Make me an insight check.
Oh
If
god,
you
I don't
have
know
a
my dice.
wisdom less than 8, then your wisdom is 8.
Oh, okay, thank you. I didn't realize I didn't have my dice until now. I'll use chat.
Corin, if you want to roll, you just click into chat /R space and then 1d10 or 1d20 or whatever it is.
Be-
you're rolling.
In Foundry?
Yes.
No, on the... Wasn't it? I thought it was on
Alex also
Twitch.
made a chat bot if you're on Twitch. You can use
Oh. Got it.
Yeah, into chat. 16.
16. No plus or minus?
Does Tremor Sense help me?
No.
Okay, then 16.
Okay. Looking over at Kenny, totally honest. Very, very pleased that everyone's getting along. You know for a fact that a lot of the like gossip and a lot of the like undercurrents don't actually make it to Kenny. So he's just happy that everyone's getting along. Whether that's true or not is another matter entirely.
Slap.
As okay, she will go next to. Right, then if we have the potential of some. Oh, pardon. She's gonna pull up a drink. Sorry, the air is so dry here. If we have the potential of some adventurers coming, how is the treasure room, the diversion, looking? As the mimic will undulate forward a little bit. Well, it's not looking great. Well, 3 groups in a row have left behind that shield from the Frost Ranch. Yeah, that's kind of the big thing we got. There's a pretty urn. I don't know if anybody will go for it, but that's what Mildred gave me. And we're down to our last chest of coins. So, looking pretty sparse. If ever people were going to go looking to see if they could find more treasure, it would be now. Lovely. All right. Moving along then, Mildred, are you able to turn your focus towards Mildred? Mildred. Stacy, could you poke Mildred, please?
Poke Mildred with all of the arms. I haven't gotten rid of any of them yet.
She looks over at you like you've done something
I
offensive.
point at myself and then I point at Dana.
She looks at you, looks confused, sees Dana staring at her. You see her put her hands behind her back, like, oh, yes? Mildred, could you please turn your focus to making some items to fit into the fake treasure room, so that if we do have some people come, hopefully they'll be satisfied and on their way? Oh, well, I would if I was getting enough materials, but, well, I get almost nothing from procurement. Right, then moving over to procurement, if you could give us your report for the last 2 weeks.
Well, as I mentioned in our last meeting, the Western Tunnel experienced a fault shift, which means that without the increased polling budget that I asked for, I can't maintain a steady flow of muck.
All right, then sales, Kruthic Hive Lord. How are we going on getting more budget? Well, things are going well. Many sales coming. As you guys can hear, there's his voice, and then half a second later, because the sales tunnels are right there, there's the vibrating 10 other voices that filter in. It makes them very hard to listen to in this particular place. Pickup should be tomorrow. Right. As Dana's wincing at the assault on her ears from that. All right, well, we should have some more budget then if they come through. Stacy, what were the terms again? How much are we making off this?
Do I know?
Yeah, this is a decent deal that you've made with the Underdark here. They're paying you guys mostly in food right now, though, because your food stores were real low. So it's you're getting good value, but there's less actual materials than there would usually be coming in.
Okay, I'm gonna change into the person the drow I talked to.
Okay.
The Justin Bieber drow.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber drow.
Good deal! We get food, and we get, food, and then food!
Great.
Because we're really low on food!
Great.
I go back to dinner.
We won't have any more budget for you. Is there anything you can do to get more material up without that tunnel?
I did have an experimental technique I've been working on. You see, if you go under the main shaft, but maintain the shield...
No, I trust you. That is sufficient.
You can maintain the integrity of the entire structure.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Billiam.
Without needing any more pulls.
Yes.
None. No more pulls.
I'm changing into Billiam, and I'm
Well, I guess-
mouthing what he says when he says it, reading his mind. 2 Billiams.
There's now a Billiam here repeating after him without actually saying it. All right.
Well, there are some extra pulls. Just a few.
Thank you for the detailed report on the situation with the polls.
You're
I go
welcome.
back to Dana.
Trudy, are you able to find anything in old inventory that we could pull up and make look passable?
Well, if you want teeth, I got teeth. I got teeth by the armload. I tell you what. You know, I was carrying a big box of teeth the other day, and I pulled my back. I actually need to submit a report to HR about that. I expect some workers' compensation, and I don't want to be compensated with more teeth. Because let me
Speaking
tell
of
you
compensation,
that, hey, I'm talking about my teeth.
well, 2 of them are mine.
Well, then you shouldn't have left them where they would pull my back.
Well, they fell out of my mouth while I was tunneling.
I turned into a giant tooth. I've been given a doppelganger that has abilities. Okay, I want to be a tooth.
Yeah, I found a mithril vein and chopped down on it a little too hard.
Wait, you found a mithril vein?
Yeah.
Why haven't you brought that up?
Well, it looked really nice on the wall of the tunnel.
All right. We're going to be bringing up the mithril vein. Post haste. We don't care what the wall looks like, Billiam. We're
Can we commission an artist to come and paint the tunnel wall before I remove it?
If we paint the wall and then you remove it, it'll wreck the
No,
paint, Billiam.
no, make a painting of the wall, which he would then
I
use
We'll
to.
capture an image of it with Scry. How about that? You know what? It should be possible. Stacy, if you could grab an image on it on one of the egg sacs in communications and just keep it up for Billiam, that would be great, and we'll get some mithril flowing through.
Okay.
Will mithril be enough, Mildred? Mildred? Stacy?
I poke Mildred. I poke Mildred a million times. I grow back the
Hand
arms.
comes out of the tooth and pokes Mildred.
No, I 3 arms grow out of the tooth.
Can
3.
you make something with mithril to put in the fake treasure room? Seems like a waste. Mithril's also quite delicate, very difficult to work with. I'd rather not. Great, you're doing it anyways. Right. Anything else to report from inventory? I heard something about a lot of teeth, and you've pulled your back.
Well, if you don't want the teeth, we got plenty of organ meat. You know, and that could hold us over if we really start running out of food, if we want to accept some other kind of compensation. I got livers and I got spleens, and I'm not really partial to the spleens, but the livers will do in a pinch.
There's a collective groan from everybody, and you hear Mr. Silver, oh, not.
No, we have so much food! Guys, it's already been confirmed! So much food! Don't worry!
As with the increased intelligence, there's also been a warping of the palate to the point that most of the creatures here like proper food and don't like just chowing down on the outgrowing organs of the inventory storerooms.
Nothing like a nice dark andesite.
Thank you, Billiam. And yes, no, we should be good, Stacy. As Stacy said, we should be fine on food. Fuck it. Put some teeth in the treasure room. It's something. If your back is hurt,
Ain't gold!
pardon.
They'll want them. They'll want the teeth if they think they're worth something.
Yes, if we can. I don't know. If your back is hurt, why don't you spend some time at a desk, carve some runes on the teeth, make them look magical or something? Kruthic Hive Lord, can you spare a few of your hive to help fetch the teeth? All right. But if they melt, we will be angry and
They'll be angry and you'll be...
All right. Well, just in time, and I tell you, it could not come fast enough. That is the close to our weekly report meeting. Um, Everybody get some rest. We've turned ship. We've got food coming in. Hopefully soon, as she looks over at Stacy, we can have some deals that
Yay!
lead to some coin and other items coming in. Mildred, if you could work double time. Mildred. Stacy.
Mildred.
I turn into Mildred and I look directly at her, growing my nose until it hits her. Like Pinocchio.
As you poke Mildred with her own Pinocchio nose. Mildred, I'm going to need you to work double time so that we have something for the treasure room. Oh. You want mithril or double time? You pick one. No, Mildred, I'm picking both. And if anybody sees Mildred in the break room, please report to me immediately. All right. Good evening. You all know what to do. Back to work tomorrow. I'm going to go and figure out the projections and start getting ready for our next meeting. Stacy, this evening or tomorrow morning, please have your meeting with Kenny.
I'll have it as soon as possible.
The wings flap, and she's going to start flying back to her office. Everybody. What's that?
I wink at Kenny. I go back into Dana and I wink at Kenny.
You are Dana once again. Mildred is going to start making her way to the break room. The Hive Lord is mumbling herself, well, I can get a little more work done, and is going to start heading back to the sales pit despite the late evening. And Mr. Silver is also going to go hang out in the break room to chat with Mildred. As Kenny is going to look over at Dana. It's Stacy, right? Not Dana?
No.
Okay.
I'm Dana.
Do you want to meet now or in the morning?
Sure. You got me all night.
Well, I actually have kind of a tight schedule for this evening, so if the morning works for you, great. If you can't do it, then I could squeeze you in this evening.
You have more time in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah, we'll talk in the morning. Oh, and I know everybody's kind of scampered off, but to those of you that listen, if you ever just need to chat, all right, you know where to find me. Even if I'm busy, I got 5 heads. I got time. Just come chat with me if you need, if anything's going on.
I did make an appointment. I don't know if it came up on your radar or not.
You made an appointment? Oh, as one of them pulls out the notebook and flips it over again, and one of the other ones is looking over the mouth of it and scanning. No, yeah, I see you in there. Yeah, that's tomorrow afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to reschedule it, given the mithril situation? I know, Dana's kind of urgent about it and all that, but honestly, your mental well-being is what's most important to me. If we need to take a break from work to talk, then, that makes us more productive in the end.
I just feel like I haven't been really appreciated for everything I can offer.
I totally, you know what, we'll keep the noon appointment, okay?
Thanks.
Okay, yeah. Alright, everybody, well, you know where to find me, just shout. He's gonna start making his way back.
Watch him walk away. I watch that tail sway, baby. There's a camera zoom on me watching him walk away.
Look of unbridled lust.
We do a cutaway cam to Kenny of crushed underneath the drop ceiling of the office here, a couple of them being pushed up by the spines on his head. Yeah, Stacy's great. She's really attentive, I find. I don't know what Dana's talking about. I find she always gives me her full attention. I really appreciate that about her. She makes you feel valued when you're talking to her. We talk all the time, she's always dropping by. It's great. I got a great friend, it's nice. It's nice to have a friend around.
It cuts to Stacy. He's got a nice fucking ass.
Still has Dana.
Yeah.
A little like graphic shows up over your head, like where the ceiling is above you on the camera, to like put Stacy on it so that the viewers aren't confused that it's not actually Dana.
I have a name tag that says Stacy on it when I have
Yes,
to do a
perfect, even better. Yes. Sharpie, somebody's whipped it up and like slapped it onto your chest as Dana.
Yeah.
As Boat is gonna make his way on over towards you, Trudy. Hey, you didn't happen to find any more of that spot I sampled last time, did you?
You're gonna have to be more specific. You asked me for a lot of stuff.
Did you find any more drugs?
Oh, you want more of that, huh? So you liked the stuff I gave you last time. Okay, but we gotta come to some kind of agreement. Not easy to find. I gotta sort through a lot of teeth.
I'm keen to come to an agreement. I mean, it's a t-shirt deal. I wouldn't be mad either way.
Need you to find me another arm brace. This one's starting to get a little flimsy, and I feel like my protection's starting to wear a little thin. So
Yeah,
you find me a high-quality carpal tunnel brace. I'll hook you up there.
I could put in a requisition
Tunnel?
with Mildred for walking away.
I'm going to.
Things come over and start filling over just the one voice talking this time, but you guys can hear it echoing now.
He's gonna turn.
I'll steal it early and then you come and get it from me. Am I being clear? And then you'll give me drugs.
Uh-huh. Pleasure
Well,
doing business with you, Bo.
All right. As he's gonna make his way back to his lair, you can see him stopping at the warehouse to get like a pad of paper and a pen so he can write out a requisition. Right. So Alex Billiam has just tunneled up like a puppy in front of in front of Stacy.
I'm gonna grow a hand and I'm gonna put it on my wrist weight. I'm capable tunnel. They call me medical emergency sometimes, but not very often.
Well, I don't know how you got in here, or who
I've
you know
always
the company.
been
But
here.
do you know Mr. Henry Tunnel?
Oh, my husband. My hand now has a ring.
I never knew he was married.
Yes. We married carpet tunnel. He's really into carpet.
Okay.
I'm now on a carpet.
Man,
I
didn't know 9-year-olds got married nowadays, but that young boy, I guess they grow up fast.
What do you mean, Isaac? She like one of her fingers has grown an eye and she winks at you. Carpal tunnel's as old as time, baby. I'm not a youngin'.
That's I'm a little afraid for Henry's health. Are you grooming my friend?
You never know. And then I disappear. I turn into an ant on the ground and I scuttle away.
Well, I'll be right back. There's watermelon on the snack table if you want. I gotta go check on Henry. Just dig down.
He's gonna walk over to the snack table and gather multiple armloads of watermelon.
I dig back up. Sorry, and then dig another hole down.
As a bunch of crew things come over and start to fill this.
Oh, so good.
As everybody with snacks in hand, if they so desire, turns in for the evening. As right. Is anybody doing anything with the evening, or are we cutting to the next morning?
No, I just go check in on Henry Tunnel, who's obviously a
Okay.
young Duragar boy who played catch with me when I was a pup a couple years ago.
You dig out into the Underdark. You're not technically supposed to be here because you're not sales. But yeah, you know the Duragar boy here. Go to check on him. He is mighty confused. No, I'm not married. No,
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Can't miss a giant wrist with an equal-sized hand, but with a tiny eyeball on one of the fingers. Said
I think I
they're
would remember
older than
if I
life
married
itself.
a giant wrist.
Okay. We'll just keep an eye out. Wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
Perchance it couldn't be that doppelganger you work with, could it?
That what?
The doppelganger you work with?
I'm confused.
Right.
Cut away to Alex's character in the office. What the fuck is a doppelganger?
People keep saying this word around me. All I know is there's some weird magic, and sometimes I see double.
We cut away to Henry, who's sitting, looking like very out of sorts to be in the office because he doesn't work here. So really weirded out by the suddenly like cold white surroundings and all the cubicles. Yeah, William's a good sort. That grew real fast. A little. I wouldn't say stupid. Focused, is the word. Obsessed. Anyways, yeah, he's mentioned the doppelganger. I guess he didn't know what it was he was saying, but what was this about again? As he's like looking over at the like off the side of the camera, and it like cuts away from that.
Wait. Can I appear behind him for like a split second as him before he's like, what was I here again for? And then it cuts.
You walking out with the Stacy name tag, but Henry's face. Oh,
I'm just like, I just like stand up from behind him. Like he doesn't know I'm there. I just like, I grow from my aunt into my.
You'd hear a third voice that hasn't spoken anywhere in the session so far. Hey, no, these are supposed to be private. As it cuts to black.
Oh, I love Stacy so much.
Yeah, I keep it short with Henry. I talk to him about tunneling for an hour and then leave.
Oh God! For an hour. Okay. You leave an exhausted Henry behind as you make your way back to your rest. Obviously, you're gonna have to sleep for an extra hour unless you want to take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. So a late start on procurement. You're awoken like 3 different times by a little like bubble appearing before you, with Data's face on it, trying to wake you up. Of like, Kenny, you're supposed to be. No, sorry, not Kenny. William, you're supposed to be up. William, wake up! You just like sleep through it for the most part. Getting like an hour late start on this. So one of the next things that would happen is there would be a call coming into communications. I'm
ready.
Would you be in place, or are you loitering somewhere?
Yeah, okay, my current form is a pink Kenny.
Oh, Pink Kenny, I actually can make this happen.
Chat, I need you to know that I saw that I could be a doppelganger and decided I have no character and I am whoever the fuck I want to be. I want to play a doppelganger now in a session. Obviously not this silly, but it would be so fun.
There we go. Pink Kenny. As you're sitting there with your 5 heads staring at this ringing coming through,
I answer it.
What's that?
I answer it.
Okay, yeah. You answer. You see one of the egg sacs light up, and you would see a face on it. Young man, human by the looks of him. Got like a pointy hat, little bit of a beard coming through that he has like obviously dyed gray. And he is like holding a wand so that it's like in shot. Like he has no reason to be holding it up by his chest. Is holding a wand so that it's like in the shot. He's hello, hello, is this
Doppelganger? Silly. What do you want?
well, one of my students came to me and said they were turned down from buying some stuff from you because they were too young. I wanted to let you know that they have my permission to purchase whatever they want from you. They're acting as my agent. If you could just use them as a go-between, I wanted to assure you you were selling to me.
Oh, do they have the money for said
Oh, yes, they have money. They have acquired it legally, and they own it, and they have it.
Show me. You must have some on you.
Well, I've given it all to my apprentice at the moment. I'm trusting this negotiation goes well, so they're on their way to your drop-off location as we speak.
Can I look at their background? Are they moving?
No, they're not moving at all.
Okay, but what are like so gold for? What specifically do you want?
I heard there was some psychedelic mushroom spores that could be found there. Yes.
It cuts. I look like Trudy. Should I ask for a brace? Or should I ask for money?
It's going to cut to actual Trudy, and she's going to be blasting the Hamilton soundtrack and sorting through teeth and not paying attention at all.
There's like side by side.
Yeah. And she's going to be saying, "In the eye of a hurricane, it's quiet."
There's like freaking Mr. Silver like poking his head out, like, could you quiet it? Could you quiet it? Nah, she can't even hear him. He's like trying to knock stuff over, and you're just picking it up and sorting it.
Alright, I can cure whatever, but why should I? Like, give me like, you obviously have gold. You obviously have gold, but we are in need of much more.
Like
You
what?
got items?
Like what?
Do you have any magical items, any treasures, anything that is super cool?
Oh yeah, lots of those. I'm afraid I
You just become Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie came out as a female Kenny. Sophie is female Kenny. What do you mean?
That's what I've always thought.
I didn't hear what you said, Isaac.
Yeah, lots of those. I need them all, I'm afraid. So, yeah, but
You got nothing you can give up.
well, I got gold. It's my gold. I got it. I can give it to you.
We'll take a little less for some items.
Just gold. Yeah.
Let me speak to my manager.
Like just kind of quietly off to the side. Is it working? You just see the person in front of you like nodding a little bit. Oh, we're trying to play
It's
it on.
all
Like
working.
brushing their hair.
I should definitely like. It's so working. You guys are doing so well.
It cuts away to this wizard, but with the like fake beard taken off that they've like dyed, and they're like, there's three like kids standing there. They look to be like from like 14 to 16, and they're like mostly talking to each other, but the interviewer is like trying to corral them. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're totally gonna fucking score, man! Oh, they said we wouldn't be able to find any of this shit." And I told them, "No, like my dad deals with some people. I know some stuff. I got the hookup." And one of them like elbows him over. He's like, "Well, actually, it was me who stole the information from his dad so that we could get a hold of these guys. But yeah, no, we're gonna be so cool when we show up to the next party with these spores. It's gonna be wicked. Cuts back to him, beard on, painted still.
I'm going to have to speak to my manager about it, but I'll get back to you.
That hardly seems necessary. I mean, if you want to keep this off the books, I could have a little something extra for you as he waggles his eyebrows at you.
Well, I told you what I wanted extra, and you said it just wasn't possible.
How about I throw in? I've got a potion of healing. I could throw in just for you. Nobody needs to know about it.
Isaac,
Yeah.
would I know? It cuts away to her talking directly to the cameraman.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should take this job. I don't think it's legal or like whatever. And I don't know if Dana would let me, but honestly, I think if I do it, Dana might like schedule me for some more hours with Kenny. What do you think? You have to say something.
I don't really. I'm kind of behind the camera kind of guy, trying to stay out of it.
Yeah, but we're here now. I also look exactly like the wizard.
Fake beard, half hanging
But,
off.
no. I look like the wizard if it was real.
Oh, okay, yeah, like real bushy silver beard, actual old face.
Give me a second. I'm gonna call Dana really quick. Dana!
Dana walks out, as she walks like into frame here. She's in like her civilian clothes, like she's come off set, so she's in her like regular blouse. She's got some like better shoes on. She's like, oh shit, are we rolling? Oh, sorry. As she like steps off, the camera cuts for a moment and it comes back to Dana in her like usual attire. Yes.
So, how desperate are we for money?
Do we have to do this in the interview room? Can we?
Yeah.
Just schedule a meeting.
I need to do it right
this could be done
here.
over a sending spell.
No, I need to do it right here.
This could have been a sending.
I'm kind of in a moment in the other. I'm kind of in a moment in the other room, so I gotta get back to that. I gotta need an answer right now.
Is that how this is working? I thought we did the thing and then did these after. I didn't think time paused. Wait, is that how this all works? So she's like looking at the camera and he's like, guys, I really don't talk, okay? You guys figure it out.
William tunnels up into the rear of the shot, looks around, shakes his head, and burrows back underground.
Okay, somebody... Can we get one of the production managers to get to Billiam and go tunneling into the office set? Okay.
Okay, we go back. We cut back.
As you would get a sending from Dana. Yeah, please put your request, whatever it is in here, 25 words or less. Thank you.
A kid wants drugs. Should we provide? They have gold. And then I use the rest of the words to go, la, la, la.
All right, you don't actually have to do 25 words. You can just use your regular voice. And no, we don't sell drugs and we don't sell to kids. Request denied. Please don't respond to this one.
I call the kids back, but as the wizard.
As them, but better?
Yeah.
As you see it ringing, you see it get picked up, and there's like nobody in front of it, and you can hear scrambling happening. The sound of like somebody getting slapped with a stick of glue or something. And, ow! Oh, God. It's pulling on the real hair. It's pulling on. Okay, just fucking roll with it. As you see the wizard get like pushed out in front of the frame. He looks over as a wand comes flying towards him and he catches it out of the air, and then straightens himself up.
I heard you're trying to get me to get you drugs using my name.
Sorry, you look uncannily like myself. Do I know you? Uh,
I am you.
would never buy drugs. I'm a respectable wizard.
You're so right. So you'll hang up and lose a number.
Wait, is this the people with the spores?
I changed to Pink Kenny and then I go back.
Oh, God, no, I won't lose this. What is happening?
We don't sell drugs to kids, and I hang up.
Oh, it would be getting around to 9 o'clock. So this is when Kenny starts his hours. He keeps banker's hours. But we are going to take our break. It's 6:59, so we're going to take a quick 3-minute break to run some ads to keep the pre-rolls at bay. We won't do anything while you're gone. We'll be taking a break as well, so you're not missing out on anything. But we'll Oh, excuse me. Hello, welcome back,
Well,
everybody. We returned. That should keep the
we are so
pre-rolls
ready.
back for a bit. What's that, Alex?
We are so ready.
So ready. Listen, I counted you in. You could have said you weren't ready.
No one
So,
listens to me here.
So we return to the morning of the first day of our game here. Alex, I think. No, actually, it'd probably be Trudy. Would be the one because Alex, you're up and digging at this point. So Trudy, Mr. Silver, the phase spider is gonna come to visit you. Hey, so have you heard?
Have I heard what?
Well, I was talking to Mildred, and apparently Dana did a quick inventory in her production area, and stuff's gone missing.
Well, it's not gone missing from my warehouse, I can tell you that much. I keep everything very orderly in here.
Well, little birdie told me that Dana's probably going to be doing a surprise inventory search just to, double check for the yearly count a little early, since stuff's gone missing right under Mildred's nose. Of course, Mildred's hardly ever in there, but Dana doesn't know that.
Well, I pride myself to think that I am a cut above Mildred when it comes to our employee standards.
Well,
Dana can
that's
come
not
and
hard. All
interview
you
me.
gotta do is stay out of the break room for more than half your shift.
I don't know if you're trying to intimidate me here or what's going on.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. I just like to base and and talk. So yeah, I just didn't want to get so far away that I had to shout or something. So yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Uh,
I advise you to not insinuate that I keep my warehouse in anything less than perfect order.
oh God, no! I'm just trying to. No, I'm not. No, that's not what I meant. I'll just, I just want to tell you in case you hadn't heard. And also, if you have any drugs or something, you should probably hide them because Dana's coming and she won't really approve of that. So, and if you needed somewhere to hide them, I could turn it into a chest and you could put them inside me and I'd keep them safe.
Interesting.
Mimic.
Interesting. We've been talking to Boat at all?
Yeah. He was trying to teach me how to transform. I'm not very good at it yet, but I can turn into a ball as you watch it like curl up like spiders do when they're dead and just like rock slightly.
Trudy's gonna just go and start slowly rolling him towards the exit.
This, by the way, chat was my other character I wanted to play. I wanted either the mimic or the doppelganger.
This is the phase spider, not the mimic.
Then what? You said they'd turn into a chest?
Yeah, and then he said he's been talking to both the mimic and they're teaching them to transform, and then he said he's not very good at it, but he can turn into a ball, and he curled up like spiders do when they're dead.
No, you made it sound like it was the mimic the whole time.
No.
Then you brought up the drugs, and we were like, okay, it's definitely the mimic.
No, the spider's also bringing up the drugs and seems to think that it can transform like the mimic can.
Very cute.
So Trudy, you might, if Silver can be trusted, might have a surprise inspection coming, and I think you might have some things you want to hide away from Dana's eye that she would not approve of.
The teeth!
As soon as she finishes rolling Mr. Silver down into the hallway, she immediately runs and starts sprinting towards the back of the warehouse.
Okay, you.
Oh, excuse me, we're doing like one of the talking head interviews. I really this is not a good time for me. Okay, I have inventory to manage.
The camera shakes as it's running after you.
Just like slipping and sliding over bodily fluids and like eats shit and then gets back up and keeps running like shit.
You see the camera following, you're like, oh, not this part. A door slams shut.
Sorry, this is a private area. You can't come in here.
You see the cameraman look at the other guy that was running next to him with the mic, like, what the fuck?
What are you doing to hide your illicit inventory?
So what do I have? Do I just have spores, like psychedelic spores?
I mean, you can have any number of things. So, this stuff produces some of its own stuff, which is what makes keeping inventory so hard. Is like stuff will just get moved around and new stuff will get added. But most of it is like body in nature, like the spleens and stuff you talked about. Every once in a while, there's a bit of brain matter, which also has its own effects that Dana wouldn't approve of. But yeah, the spores are the main score you got last time. The drow have been shipping it to you pretty regularly, and it's a food that has been labeled to be like a delicacy to Quaggoth. So you get all of it, and hidden under it is the spores that they've been smuggling into you.
Okay. Um, I am. Well, it sounds like it's already kind of hidden because if it's labeled as food for me,
No, that's how
maybe I
you got
just.
it. You ate the food.
Oh, got it.
That's how
Okay,
they smuggled it into you.
I
But
ate the food.
you ate the food.
Okay. I'm gonna go and put it into another chest, and then I'm gonna take the teeth that I've been working on to make them look like treasure, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on top of that so that when Dana comes in, I'll just be like, "Oh, look, here's this treasure for the treasure room. No need to look at it too closely because it's just
Okay.
worthless teeth."
Okay, yeah. Just more teeth. Got it.
Just teeth. I mean, I'm just doing my job in here. This is what you want me to do. Like,
Okay, perfect. Runa, it would be time for your meeting with Kenny.
I'm okay. So I look like Scarlett Johansson, right? But I look like Scarlett Johansson with 5 heads and as a Hydra.
The Scarlett Johansson of Hydras.
And then I am like a light lilac purple, something that matches blue. Yeah, I'm all ready. And then like I'm a minute early. I'm sat down before he is. He has to come back into his office, and I'm already there.
Okay, you're early. You know that he is like a little bit late on getting started with the hours usually. Um, as you're there in your purple form. Oh, great! I'm glad we could get glad to see you excited. We got a few minutes before
Yes.
if you just want to chat.
I would love to talk, yes. Well,
Are you trying out a new voice? That's a new one.
I don't really control it, as.
Why is Scarlett Johansson a snake?
Dana sent me in here, as.
I couldn't understand the word you said.
Dana sent me in here, as.
I like you adding yes together. That's awesome. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, if your vocal cords are changing, it would make sense that you wouldn't really have control over it.
Yes.
Me?
But I think I've mastered the form, as.
Yeah, no.
I have to make it sound louder for the audiences. I look at the camera and I look back.
What are you looking at?
Don't worry about it, as.
I think you've done a really good job in capturing the essence of being a Hydra, I'm really proud of you.
Thanks, you, as. I
Yes.
really am trying. No reason, as.
Camera cuts to Kenny and the crushed into the interview area again. I'm like, I don't know, their eyes just light up when I compliment them. It really, it touches my heart to know that it makes a difference. I've been reading a book about how to keep morale up, and complimenting it is an underappreciated part of morale, and I love to see it working.
It definitely cuts to her, and she's like,
I have not figured out what he likes yet, so my goal here is to ask him his type.
All right, back to our work meeting that we have scheduled here. We want to get that started. He pulls up, one of them flips open the notebook and he starts reading through a memo that's been stapled to it from Dana. Right. So we wanted to talk about, and maybe this wasn't the best start to the meeting. Actually, can I get you to turn back into your regular form?
Have one of those.
Just, whatever's comfortable that's not me or one of the other employees.
It's really hard.
I turned it in on.
You turn into Dana?
This is what I got.
I know.
I mean, unless you.
Oh no! I changed. Unless you have a form you want me to be. No. What form should I be?
Dana is. I know she's the CEO, but technically part of what I meant by one of the employees. And actually, you being her is what got this schedule. So just, whatever you normally do for your meetings.
I don't really have an idea in my head about what I should be, so you should help me figure out what looks really good to, HR.
Well, I don't know, something normal, something non-threatening.
Like you're into humans?
Well, a lot of our clientele is humanoid, so that's probably all right. But you could go with like a tiefling or like a tabaxi or anything like that, really.
What really tickles your scales in fall?
I'm not ticklish.
That's a turn of phrase.
It sounds like a challenge.
You know what? Let's just go with tiefling. How about that?
Big boy or girl?
Dealer's choice.
I turn into. I turn into chlorine, but a tiefling. with bright blue skin.
Oh.
How does one feel? Do you like this one? I can do this one.
That one works. That gets
Oh my
us.
god.
I'm really glad that this is the one that you like. If you had to tell me which one you really wanted me to be ever in the whole world of existence, I think this would be the one, right?
Well, this one definitely gets us back to the meeting, so yeah.
That's not what I'm asking.
All right. Well, let's get back to what got us here. We're on work hours after all. So, sometimes we don't know that we're bullying people, and we just think we're having a good time. But when we think about how it'll come across the person, we might notice that it feels kind of like we're making fun of them more than we meant to be. You know what I mean?
Because they need to be something because they don't like that I'm choosing them because they're beautiful.
Yeah,
It's kind of bullying on me because I literally can't be myself. So if I see everyone every day and then I can't be everyone every day, then it's kind of bullying on my race. This is racism.
I never, we do have to have a sensitivity for the diverse workforce that we have here. But we also need to have a sensitivity for, what? I think I have a way I could explain this better. As he goes digging around and is going to start to pull up various like hats and skulls and stuff, and put them over different parts of himself and start like puppeting his own heads. As he has one with like a crystal skull on it, one with like a treasure mask, and one with like a hat with like his horns sticking through it. Right, so we've got a workforce of a bunch of different people, like Kelly, Lenny, and Joe here, as the different heads nod one after the other. We've got to respect each other, and maybe Kelly likes doing voices, doing accents, but Lenny is a little sensitive because when he was a kid, he had a speech impediment, and so sometimes he thinks that Kelly's making fun of him, and that makes Lenny sad as the head with the like mask on it like droops down. Oh, we're a family here, and Kelly doesn't want to make Lenny sad, but if she just knew that it was the voices she was doing how it made her feel, maybe she could talk to him and they could work it out. And maybe she'd do different voices, or maybe Lenny wouldn't mind after all once he knew it came from a good place. But Kelly would respect Lenny if it did still bother him. And so we work out these compromises, and I actually don't really need this third mask. This worked with just the two, actually.
Yeah, we should have a conflict where we tell her that I can't control how my voice sounds. I'm not the problem.
Yeah, well, it's not really. So I think it's just, before you turn into people, you should ask them if they're all right with you using their form. Just a professional courtesy to your fellow workers, and then everybody can decide whether they're comfortable with that.
I should
And,
make
and
contracts.
What?
Contracts where they sign their body to how I could use it. You're so
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I could draw up something like that. It is probably something we want to get down in writing, just in case it gets a little litigious.
Don't have to worry about it. I'm head of communications. I can talk to everyone. I make contracts all the time.
Yeah, well, okay, just shoot it by Dana and have her sign off on it. Obviously, protocol is Dana puts the final go ahead for any legal contracts, and then yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I'm actually, I'm really impressed, Stacy. I'm glad we had this talk. You seemed really appreciate your understanding and your willingness to work with your team.
It cuts to Stacy.
I can't believe he understands how I feel. When people bully me for being them, I am really sad. And then when people get mad at me for the voice I do, I get even sadder. So, I should just tell everyone that they're bullying me. I really understood what happened in this meeting.
All right, well, that was a really productive meeting. So you go ahead and run that contract by Dana, and if it gets to me, I'll sign off on it if she thinks I should have a look at it. But you have a great rest of your day, Stacy, and it was lovely.
You know that you're really smart?
Well,
You're really smart and very emotionally intelligent.
Oh, I try. I got 5 head but only 1 heart, so I gotta try to keep the emotional intelligence there too. So I appreciate you noticing.
How far does your emotional intelligence go?
What did you say?
How far does your emotional intelligence go? On a scale of kind of ignorant to so hyper aware that everything I do is obvious.
I've never really thought about it on that scale, but why don't we table this for another chat sometime? I do have a meeting I gotta
I'm
get
free
to.
next Tuesday night.
Tuesday? Yeah, so I get off at 5, but we could schedule something in for maybe
We
like
could do it after work.
4:30 work for you as he's pulling out his thing?
There's a whole. I think we should do it after work, as not to disrupt Dana's hours.
Oh no, I don't do.
I wouldn't wanna make them pay for you to stay here.
No, I like to keep a strict. I keep my work and my free time. So we'll do the meeting 4:30 if that works for you. And we'll just have the half hour, obviously, but that's, sometimes you gotta squeeze stuff in.
Sure, half an hour.
All right. Well, I'll see you then. He's writing down the meeting on his clipboard.
I look at the camera and I wink.
Wink at the camera.
Inside, Billiam is like checking his belay watch.
Yep.
The lobby, moving those little beads around on the track.
Your meeting would be next. If you want to go up to HR, you can.
You. Hey.
Hey there, Billiam. good to see you. Oh, look at you. You're covered in dirt, you hard worker, you. You've been, tunneling?
Yeah, tunneling again.
Oh, are we getting tired of the tunneling, Billiam?
It just feels like no one wants to hear me talk about it anymore.
I see. So
You know, I always do uh these interviews, and I'll talk all about my tunneling, and they never make it to air. It's like they just get left on the cutting room floor.
Oh man, that's a shame. I understand. Sometimes when we're working on stuff together, we really wanna, we want our say to carry some weight on what final production comes out. And sometimes we gotta grapple with other people having their own vision for it.
Well,
Um,
I put a lot of work into it. I think it's a compelling arc, and like, look, and it'll hard cut to me putting away a chart and being like, and I think that is really worth including in the episode.
just from behind the camera, a little thumbs up as it's the black.
Thanks.
Yeah, and this is what are we? Is this our sixth meeting on this one?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep
So,
track.
and I talked to them, and they said they'd put some stuff in. Put in some of the parts you
Yeah.
said you wanted included. So, um, that was kind of I forgot to loop back to you on the resolution of that, but yeah, no, they said they'll put in some pieces.
Okay. Well, for sure. I trust you. You're
As
always
it
good to
cuts
me.
again to you, like, will you include that? And yeah, it cuts away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, well, I'm glad we can put that to rest now, because sometimes
Yeah.
things really, they drag on us for a while. Billiam, this seems to come up a lot for you. It seems like you think about this a lot. Is there maybe something we could do to make the digging more fulfilling for you? It seems like you just spend a lot of time in your head about this.
Well, so much of my digging is in straight lines going to a specific place.
Yeah.
And when I was brought on, they seemed really interested in my, like, artistic ambition. What can a tunnel be beyond just a way to get to a place under the ground?
I don't know, Billiam.
Well, if you use G-forces correctly, you can make a fun ride through the pitch black darkness where it's I have so many ideas.
Billiam, that gives me a really good idea. I think since you've got so many great ideas, I'll get I'll get Mildred to make us a little box, and you can put your ideas in it, and we'll have a little box of like your suggestions and your ideas that you can put them in, and me and Dana can find some time every now and again to go over them. How about that? Then you can get them off your head and onto paper, and then maybe
Yeah.
we'll leave you some more room to enjoy your tunneling.
I really prefer stone. Do you think it could be like a box of stone tablets with
Yeah, I mean, you could put that down on a piece of paper and put it in the box, and we'll think about commissioning a box to accept stone tablets.
That makes a lot of sense. Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then, just in the meantime, while we figure out if that's,
Yeah.
we want to go that direction or not, just keep to the paper.
Are you sure that Mildred is the right choice for building anything in any amount of time?
Well, Mildred is kind of, um, when you've got a team working together, you're going to have, we call them bottlenecks, and so sometimes a bunch of people's efforts get to one person who's got to put it all together, and they're just one person, so they can only do so much. And Mildred is a really important part of the team, and that makes her kind of the bottleneck of the operation. So, she gets
In
good
that she
work
doesn't
done.
do anything.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, that's, they all go to Mildred and then don't go past Mildred. Last time I was supposed to tell my ideas to Mildred, but I made a meeting with Mildred and it kept getting rescheduled because she was busy taking a
Mildred's
break.
busy. It seems like you've got a lot of feelings around Mildred. As he starts to pull his masks up again, as the crystal one comes forward, I'm channeling Mildred through this mask right now. If you just want to tell her how you feel and get that off your chest.
Well, thanks for letting me talk to you about tunneling. I appreciated getting to talk to someone for 2 hours straight without them interjecting at all. Just got to really explain my process and feel known. But then you didn't have anything to say about it afterwards, and I kind of just walked out of the room. That made me feel a little less known.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you were able to get that out. And yeah, I understand it can be frustrating dealing with people who are really busy. I understand that.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know we care about you.
Thanks. Does that mean I can build my tunnel idea? It only adds 3 times the travel time, but it's really like an experience that I'm going
That'd be
for.
a good first thing, or I guess second thing for the suggestion box, hey? But for now, I think Dana really wants to keep the focus on that mithril. Hey, buddy?
Okay, yeah, this feels productive. I'll have to. Where should I put the suggestions while I'm waiting for the suggestion box to put the suggestions in?
If you want to go and talk to Trudy, I'm sure she's got somewhere we can keep them for now.
That can work. That can work.
All right, great. All right. And hey, don't take too long. Big push right now. So if you just want to get to Trudy quick and then that Mirthrill, hey?
Yeah, she probably doesn't have much going on.
Trudy comes walking down the hallway at that moment and stops in your door and says, I hear Stacy's going to be using our likenesses to make porn, and I just wanted to say I am A-okay with that. I didn't take you to be such a little freak, but right on brand for her. She turns and starts to walk away.
I haven't seen a memo from Dana, and she doesn't usually sign off on things that quick, but I mean, if this is the direction the company's going, then I guess...
I've already sent out a thing about me using your likeness, but it's not like I'm asking. It's like, hey, this is my life, guys, and when you tell me that I can't live my life the way that I was born, it makes me feel really sad and bullied, and you're really ruining my mental.
You're a racist.
By making me be something I'm not.
During Doppelganger Pride Month?
Yeah, please sign off on this to accept that that you acknowledge I'm going to have to use your likeness because it is in my biology.
There's one section that, they've misunderstood, where it's like, please sign off that I can use it for anything I want, even porn, if I felt like it.
Yeah. In the fine print.
Yeah. Right. As Kenny will turn you, you should go catch up with Trudy and talk to her about that spot to store the suggestions for now.
All right, thanks for meeting with me.
Of course.
I'm feeling a lot better, even though my mithril's getting taken away.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. And hey, keep up the great work, bud.
Yeah. Hurry out of the room.
You go over to see Trudy.
So hey, I was told that you could have a box.
Oh, you're already interested in my upcoming porn movie, are you?
I need access to your box.
Oh no, I hear you. I hear you. We could figure out a monthly subscription fee, as it were.
Well, it shouldn't take that long. As soon as I have access to Mildred's box, I will be using hers exclusively.
Oh, okay. What a little player. I was not expecting that from you. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I always did admire how hard your scales and carapace are, so I'm sure we can
I'm
work
good
out a
at
deal.
boring.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you come by my warehouse, and I'll show you my goods after work.
I would love that.
Alright, we'll get out of here. I need to do some cleaning up if I'm going to have company later on.
Me too. So I'm covered in dirt.
There's dirt trailing behind you.
Oh god. Oh.
Just going off the rails quickly.
Oh my god, as you get back to your tunneling. Jesus Christ. Oh. Right. You guys have a mostly boring day here, going through the motions. At some point, Mildred will actually leave the break room and go to her work area.
What?
As evening would
So
come.
that's when people report her. Is Dana sees her, like, they're like, she's not in the workroom, and then Dana's like, no, she is in the workroom, and that's why she's allowed to sit in the break room all the time. Is we have a schedule planned on when we report her to Dana to make it look like she works.
I also think canonically, given that Mildred listened to 2 hours of Billiam, that she probably has some stone illusion that looks like her working. That Billiam was able to talk to for 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and that Dana can check up on as she decides to check in randomly.
Oh, I love it.
Right, so the workday passes mostly uneventfully. You will eventually, Trudy, have Dana rushing up to you. All right, where are the box with the teeth with the runes? Where is it?
Well, it's right here, just an ordinary
Oh.
box. You know, it's a little done up to attract some adventurers,
Perfect,
but I mean,
thank
it
you,
really is
thank you,
just
as
a
she
box
grabs
with
it
teeth
and
in it, and
starts walking off with it.
she's still talking about it. It's just a box with teeth. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, there's something
Um,
coming, so we need it in here. We didn't get the mithril in time. So as she's walking away with the box towards the treasure room.
shit. Trudy's gonna kind of like creep along behind her, like waiting for her opportunity to rush in and steal it back out of the treasure room so the adventurers don't take it by accident.
Okay. Yeah, as you're coming up behind her, she puts the box down in their turn, sees you. Okay, away, stations. We need to set the illusions up so the adventurers don't realize there's more tunnels. Come on, come on.
I just wanted to make sure that it was displayed advantageously in the room.
I think I can handle putting a box down in the room. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's a really big
Yes.
box.
It's becoming smaller.
A lot of teeth.
A lot of drugs under the teeth.
Look, I'll put it on the top, just for you, on the pedestal.
The mimic did get his
Oh.
stash, but he got it for free.
All right, I'm going back to my office. Everybody out of here as she's casting spells as she goes, putting illusions up so that it looks like a bunch of the hallways disappear as illusions cover over them and make them vanish from sight as she heads on back. You can hear a commotion coming from outside, and Mr. Silver comes like skittering through, like, all right, they're on their way. They're pretty dense, so I think it'll take them a few minutes to get through some of the traps there, but it's showtime. Pops out of existence.
Can I lay as a dead body in the dungeon? Can that be one of my roles? Like, I just
Oh.
pretend.
They normally would not want you dead bodying in the dungeon in case somebody decides to like take you back for a proper burial, or is like anything that could get you hurt, you know. Trudy, your grunts are in a box underneath some teeth in the fake treasure room.
So Trudy's gonna go, Silver! Silver, come back here! Silver!
Silver is long gone on the ethereal plane.
Oh my god. And I can't call him in any way. Okay, she's gonna go run to, is Boat around?
Boat is in the treasure room acting like a giant, a giant anchor. Too big to move, but it leaves him able to like watch over and make sure nothing untoward happens in there.
Okay. Can Trudy get to the treasure room at all?
You can potentially, but if you get noticed by the adventurers, you're probably going to die. But you can certainly make your way there. You also have to hope that Dana's not scrying at the moment, which she probably is. So she probably needs to be distracted before anybody sneaks into the treasure room.
You can get mine and Alex's help too because we're party.
Yeah. I'm gonna run to Stacy first. And be like,
Okay.
Stacy.
Okay, I look like Dana but with a bob.
Okay.
And I look like human Dana with a bob.
Dana with a bob.
Yeah.
Is that you, Stacy, or is that Dana?
It's
Human, okay. All right, Stacy, listen. I need your help.
Yeah.
There may or may not be some items that may or may not have made their way into the treasure room, and may or may not be about to be taken by a group of adventurers. And if they do, I may or may not be in a really bad situation.
Is it drugs?
Yes. Also, a lot of porn.
Oh.
But mostly drugs.
I like porn.
Well, you can have it. Here. Yeah, you can have it if you help.
Okay. What's the plan?
Well, I think we need to get Billiam too, because we're gonna need a tunnel, and you know how that boy feels about telling him.
He's very good at tunnels.
So here's what I think we need to do. I think I need you to go and distract Dana, so she's not watching.
Easy.
And then I need to go get Billiam and have him drill me a tunnel into the treasure room, and then take me in and take me out.
Okay.
Do you think you can do that? You can just have her just distract her from her scrying for 15 minutes while I get in there and I get my goods, and then I get out.
You have to give me some time to get to her office.
Well, yeah, I still gotta go talk to Billiam. I haven't talked to him about it yet.
Perfect.
Okay.
See you soon. I'm gonna walk out. Walk out before you.
Okay.
Going to Dana as little Dana?
No, I'm gonna change into a tiny tooth with tiny legs. And I'm going to... I'm still visible. Please understand, Tiny Tooth is very visible. I'm not doing this for stealth. I'm not doing this for stealth. I'm going to go to her room and read her mind. I'll look at her through the window. I'm going to see what's on her. Yeah.
You go over, you read her mind. You would be able to see she is indeed scrying on the first part of the dungeon. And is flipping between a few different cameras she has, one on the outside, where in through her mind you can see some adventurers who are just absolutely stuck in webs trying to, and over to the treasure room making sure everything's copacetic over there. You've made it to Billiam's hole into the great. You've made